Welcome to the pregame show for Coyotes hockey, presented by Streets of New York. Tonight, the Coyotes taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. And welcome in, everybody, with Tyson Nash. I'm Matt McConnell. And Tyson, when these two teams get together, it's not only a great matchup, but here in the desert, the atmosphere inside the building is electric.
It certainly is. Kachinas, the boys are flying around. I cannot wait for this game here tonight. There was a buzz at morning skate. We felt it, talking to the players, talking to the coaches. This is a big game. I don't know why, but everyone, when you play the Hawks, you get up and you take it to another level, Matt.
Okay, so my question to you, Tyson, is how do you slow down all of that firepower that Chicago has? They've got some of the biggest stars in the entire league.
No, they certainly do. Lots of superstars. And as a player, when you're playing against superstars, we talk about it all the time. When the Ovechkins, the Crosbys, the Malkins come into town, no different. Taves, Kane, so many weapons on this Hawks team. You elevate. You want to. It's a measuring stick for yourself, for guys like Brad Richardson, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who I'm sure is going to get that matchup between him and Patrick Kane here tonight. You want to do the job. You want to get it done. But certainly puck management is everything. You cannot turn pucks over against the Hawks. They will feed off of it.
Well, you talked about elevating your game, and the Coyotes have done that against the Blackhawks as of late. Points in 6 of the last 7 games, a record of 5-1-1. Elevating players like Taylor Hall and Clayton Keller and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. You mentioned him already. They're probably going to have big nights tonight, right?
No, they certainly are. And the last time these two teams faced off, Clayton Keller, how about that game? He had 12 shots on net. He was all over here tonight. One of his favorite players growing up was Patrick Kane, tries to emulate himself. We talk about that all the time. So he gets fired up to play the Hawks. He's been unbelievable. Taylor Hall's been great. Nick Schmaltz, Vinny Hinostroza, Carl Soderberg. So, again, for whatever reason, these guys take it to another level, and they're going to have to bring that here tonight. Going to be, I believe, a sold-out crowd here tonight at Gila River. It's going to be bumping in there tonight.
Well, you mentioned a couple of players. Vinny Hinostroza points in 5 of 6 career games against his former team, the Blackhawks. And Carl Soderberg, so far this season, Tyson, a goal and 3 apples for 4 points. Those players will be relied upon heavily, as will the goaltender. And again tonight for the Coyotes, we're going to see Darcy Kuemper. Yeah,
Darcy Kuemper. Again, it doesn't seem to matter who they put in net. Antti Raanta, Kuemper, they find a way to get it done. And Darcy Kuemper has been playing so good as of late. I expect nothing different here tonight. You look at the goalie matchup, Corey Crawford, been around a long time. Darcy Kuemper, a number 1 goaltender just for a short time. So in the back of Kemper's mind, he wants to put a show on here tonight and make sure he outplays Corey Crawford tonight.
All right, Tyson, we'll see you on the backside for the postgame show. That has been the pregame show presented by Streets of New York. Don't forget, Streets of New York is open for takeout and delivery, and they also have daily specials as well. Off we go, Coyotes and Hawks, in our game of the week tonight, presented by BMW. It's another sellout crowd in Glendale. Coyotes playing host to the Chicago Blackhawks, and we are just about ready to go. Great goaltending matchup in this one tonight, and all the stars are out. Darcy Kuemper goes between the pipes for the Coyotes in this one with those 80 career wins, and opposing him, Corey Crawford. 244 wins with a goals against average of 2.41. So we are set to drop the puck on a big night of hockey here in the desert. Christian Dvorak against Jonathan Toews. And we are underway as the Blackhawks will bring it in. Jonathan Toews, Captain Serious they call him, as he'll drop it out high, and a stop there by Darcy Kuemper. And now this one will be played back in front, and Kuemper again robbing Jonathan Toews as the Coyotes will break back the other way. They look to get their game set up. Garland with a chance, and Crawford will get a save and a face-off coming inside the Chicago end of the ice. Well, Patrick Kane, part of that high-powered offense. Coyotes are going to try to slow him down tonight as Christian Dvorak sets in against Jonathan Toews for this face-off inside the Chicago end. And the Blackhawks will bring it out. Drake Caggiula, the former Edmonton Oiler, for Toews. Now Toews ends up into the corner, took a bump there from Goligoski to the front, a shot, and that's covered up by Kuemper. And we're going to face off coming up here. Drake Caggiula getting a good look on Kuemper. And the score remains 0-0 early in this one here tonight at Gila River Arena. Hall, Dvorak, and Garland now out there for the Coyotes. Duncan Keith right to the front. He hit the post. Duncan Keith had Kemper beat, but he clanged it off the iron. Coyotes will race back the other way. And they get it in over the line. Dvorak, a little drop. Garland again trying to get it in front, but a good takeaway there. Now Dvorak will force it in behind the net. Puck around the boards. Duncan Keith all over him. Garland works it back out high. And now the Coyotes between the circles. Back to the line. This one Dvorak couldn't handle. And the Blackhawks will get it right back. Dominic Kubalik, what a rookie season he's had as he sends one wide. Out of the corner for Taves, and this one covered up by Darcy Kemper before he gives way, and the Coyotes will get it back to center. Nick Schmaltz has it, the former Blackhawk. That was a big trade a couple of years ago. Schmaltz coming over from Chicago for Dylan Strome. And it comes right back, Brendan Saad. And now Saad, nice little move, tried to get it to the front. Nobody there for Chicago. They couldn't come away with it. And it's played right back through center. Barrett Hayton. Wrist shot, glove save, Crawford, and he's able to hold on. Oh, Crawford that time robbing the rookie Barrett Hayton. Hayton with a grade A look. Results in a face-off to the right of the Chicago goal. As Barrett Hayton will stay out there with Kessel and Soderberg. Good keep of the line before it's taken away by Alex DeBrincat. And the Blackhawks break through center. DeBrincat with the puck. Into the corner he goes, little drop in front. Now back to the line. This one's broken up. Coyotes will bring it out. Back over the line is Soderberg. Soderberg looking to center one. Into the corner it goes. Now back out high for Hayton to play it down low to the left wing corner. Soderberg back out. Coyotes get it down low in behind the net. Kessel is there for Arizona. Soderberg as well. Now Soderberg backhander stopped by Crawford. Carl Soderberg. And then Corey Crawford. And what a look for Soderberg. Another grade A opportunity for the Coyotes right between the circles. Anytime you talk to Rick Tocchet, he's always talking about those grade A areas. And Soderberg had one on that last sequence. As Vinny Hinostroza play to the corner. Comes back out high. Richardson now for Labushkin. Labushkin manning that right point. In behind the net, Lawson Krause. But that's stripped off his stick, and the Blackhawks will bring it out. Brought along that time and dumped in by Kemp. Into the corner now, Aaron Ness will try to work it up the boards for Krause. Krause will get it out. All over it, Coyotes will bring it in. Richardson, little drop out high. Coyotes working around, Aaron Ness now for Krause. And a shot never made it to the net. Played out of the corner. Blackhawks through center, here they come. Kemp couldn't advance it. And now the Blackhawks will bring it right back in as this one's fired into the net, in behind the net. Out of the corner now, and now Lawson Krause back to center. Play it along to the line. Connor Garland hits the trailer, Labushkin. Ilya trying to get a shot away. Krause was there as well. And the Blackhawks will counter, and here they come. Maybe a step. In over the line, but a strip there and a beautiful takeaway. Aaron Ness and Derek Stepan involved in that sequence. And the Coyotes hustle it up the ice. Clayton Keller holding on to it. Now Keller trying to throw to the front. Hinostroza out of the corner, the former Blackhawk. Vinny Hinostroza with a curl. His shot. They score! Vinny Hinostroza! And he's given the Coyotes a 1-0 lead at the 15-17 mark of the opening period. Well, Vinny's got such a quick release, and he just curled at the left wing circle and was able to beat Corey Crawford. And that's a huge lift for this Coyotes group in front of a sellout here tonight at Gila River Arena. Keller and Stepan pick up the assist, so 1-0 Coyotes at the 15-17 mark of this opening period. Off the faceoff, Coyotes win the draw. And Connor Garland will circle. As he looks to bring it right back in, he does. Into the corner now, Taylor Hall. Little drop, Garland never made it to the net. Puck will be played away as we go late here in the opening period. Dominic Kubalik for Chicago. He drops it. Former Coyote defenseman Connor Murphy trying to set it up. He's denied. And now the Blackhawks in the neutral zone, and again it's Kubalik. Dominic Kubalik, a little drop there. Back to the front, a shot. Oh, and a stop there. Kemper. Coming out of nowhere was the defenseman Connor Murphy. And the Coyotes race it right back in. Dvorak looking to set it up. Try to play it out high that time. He had Jordan Osterley. Now the Coyotes will strip it away. Garland brings it right back in. Shot and a blocker save that time by Crawford. And another chance, this time set high and wide by Garland. Under a minute to go in this first period of play. Boy, action at both ends. And the Coyotes with the lone goal, they lead at 1-0. Dylan Strome for Chicago. Former Coyote with it into the corner. Strome tried to feed it back out high. That was picked. 5 seconds to go. Garland, maybe one last look. Fires it, but that's blocked by Murphy. And the opening period comes to a close. Boy, I'll tell you what, if you like action and you like the offense and the chances, you had to have loved this opening 20 here tonight at Gila River Arena as the Coyotes take care of business. Blackhawks had looks on Kemper, but it was Vinny Hinostroza with the lone tally through one tonight. It's 1-0 Coyotes. We are set for period number 2 tonight at Gila River Arena, and that Vinny Hinostroza goal from the opening 20 has given the Coyotes a 1-0 lead. Christian Dvorak on the faceoff. Blackhawks win control, and so far, the Coyotes have been able to bottle up Chicago's big guns. Kane, Taves, Brandon Saad. Not too many looks so far tonight against Darcy Kemper. Coyotes will bring it back and over the line for Hall. Try to drop one in front. And it's turned the other way, and the Blackhawks will bring it along. Here they come. Jonathan Taves into the corner. Little pull-up move there. And now Taves will work it back out to the point and down low into the corner. Taves again. Boy, it seems like he's always touching the puck at the offensive end of the ice, but the Coyotes will come back the other way. A little setup here. Connor Garland. Little drop now, Goligoski, and into the corner, but that's picked off. And the Blackhawks will race it back. Jonathan Taves. Drops it out high. Duncan Keith looking for a look. Kubalik, his shot just set wide. Coyotes want to clear. Boy, Chicago bringing some heat. And Kubalik is robbed by Darcy Kemper. Dominic Kubalik can't believe it. Kemper so calm in there. And the Coyotes get a face-off to the left of their goaltender. Comes back out high. And a shot is on. Played into the corner. And now the Coyotes will look to set it up, and they get it out to center ice. Back over the line. Schmaltz. And now Schmaltz up high. A shot, and Crawford made the save as it ends up in the corner. Played out. And now the Blackhawks with it. They bring it right back in over the line. Into the corner it goes now. Saad trying to jam it to the front. And Kemper had that sealed all the way. Big hit that time, and laid out was Clayton Keller. Puck will be played into the corner and now in behind the net. Stepan is on it. We get a whistle here. It looks like a penalty coming up here. It's going to be a hooking minor. And Derek Stepan not too happy. He kind of glared at the referee there. But a hooking minor on a play in the offensive end of the ice. So the Coyote penalty killing unit that's been terrific all season long, they're back out there for their first kill of this hockey game. Back of the line it goes, and a shot up high. Kemper got the blocker on it. Ekman Larson trying to clear it, and he gets it out. Brad Richardson out there with Oliver Ekman Larson. Lawson Krause is out there, as well as Alex Goligoski to the front, and a shot by Saad is handled by Kemper, and this one is cleared all the way down the length. Blackhawks will look to move it along. They're trying to get this game tied midway through this second period. And they bring it right back in. Handling it into the corner and out of the front and covered up by Darcy Kemper to get a face-off. Well, Darcy Kemper, that last line of defense, and just Just so calm in the crease all season long for the Yotes. Vinny Hinostroza and Carl Soderberg, the two forwards out there right now, along with Oliver Ekman-Larsson, and Oliver clears it all the way down. Duncan Keith is on it. Blackhawks will race it back. Power play, waning seconds here for the Blackhawks. Played into the corner, but it's picked off by former Hawk Hjalmarsson. And Nick Hjalmarsson will feed it up on the wing. Carl Soderberg. Little spinorama move. Played to the front, but that's knocked away. And now we're going to get a whistle. And let's see what we have here. Vinny Hinostroza looking at Duncan Keith. And all it is a face-off to the left of goaltender Corey Crawford. Derek Stepan here on the draw. Hawks win control. And it'll be brought along back through center ice. Nylander got it to the line, but it's taken away. Stepan gets it back through center ice. Over the line for Schmaltz. Now Nick Schmaltz drops it. Ness tried to go rink wide. That's picked off. Puck will go all the way back, and it's set right back in. Lyubushkin is on it. Oh, Ilya got run pretty hard that time. Coyotes will bring it out. Ness right to the line. That's picked. Hawks counter. Back over the line. Oh, holding on to it back out high. Here's a chance. Nylander shoots. He scores. Alex Nylander has tied it at 1. On a wrister that beats Darcy Kemper high on the stick side. And it's a 1-1 game here tonight in Glendale. Well, Alex Nylander, he's got an offensive touch. Highmore will get credited with the lone assist, but this was all Nylander. And maybe it was that quick release that caught Darcy Kemper for a split second. Doesn't matter, it's 1-1 at the 11:41 mark of this second period. So the Coyotes get the opening period goal from Hinostroza, and Nylander counters for the Blackhawks. We'll see how that factors into the complexion of this game. Blackhawks bring it right back in. A shot is on, and Kemper the save. Played out of the corner. Ness trying to kick it along. Coyotes trying to take it away. Ness in the corner. Now he gets some help from Dvorak. Blackhawks trying to come away with it. Coyotes looking for a clear, and they'll get one back to center. Brought right back to the line by Garland, but he got denied. And right back over the line for Kirby Dach, and that's handled by Darcy Kemper. So Kemper again sharp. Kirby Dach thought he had a good look. And he'll have to settle for a face-off to the left of the Coyotes' goal. Hayton against Kirby Dach, two real good young players in this league right now. And the Blackhawks get it to the front, and they score! And it's the former Coyote, Dylan Strome. And at the 14:08 mark, Strome has given Chicago a 2-1 lead. Well, Dylan Strome, like all good centers, just go to the front of the net, and he was able to put home a rebound. Murphy and Dach will pick up the assists on this one. And Strome with a great look and a wrist shot that beats Darcy Kemper. And it's 2-1 Chicago. And as I mentioned, that goal at 14:08, so the Blackhawks with their first lead of the hockey game. As Hayton and Dach stay out there for this face-off. Well, the Blackhawks have had a real good second half of the season. They're about 12 points out of playoff contention, and they came roaring back, as do the Coyotes through the neutral zone. Soderberg tried to drop it off for Ekman-Larsson. It's turned the other way, and the puck will be brought out as it's dumped all the way back. Goligoski is on it. Coyotes will look to bring it along. Barrett Hayton back through center. Now Hayton with a 3-on-2 to the line. Hayton with a shot. A stop by Crawford. Played out of the corner. Now the Blackhawks race it back. Here they come. Taves and a glove save. Kemper, and now he falls on top of it. Darcy Kemper robbing Jonathan Taves on that sequence. So Taves and Richardson will settle for the face-off to the left of goaltender Darcy Kemper. And Richardson's been so good on defensive zone face-offs in this game, and he wins another one as Lawson Krause skates it up the ice. Back out high. Osterley to the line. A shot ripped over the top and wide. And this one is out of play. So the Blackhawks late in the second period holding on to a 2-1 lead with 2.5 remaining in the second period. To the line, Osterley. Now Lawson Krause trying to come away with it, but he can't. 3-on-2 comes Chicago the other way. Brandon Saad, a little drop. They look to get it to the front, Kubalik, and now they whip it around. Saad, another look and a pad save, Kemper. Play to the front, and now it'll be moved out and brought right back in. Lawson Krause has it. Krause with a shot. Getting a piece was Crawford. Lawson Krause with a quick release. And now back to the line for Hjalmarsson. Wrist shot goes wide, taken by Osterley. Blackhawks will bring it back. Waning second to the second period. To the front, Hjalmarsson, he'll take it away. He skates it out, and that's going to do it for the middle frame. Well, Vinny Hinostroza and the Coyotes, they got to be scratching their heads a little bit here. They had the game well in hand on the Hinostroza goal up in the first period of play, but in the second, a bit of a different situation. First, it was Alex Nylander scoring for the Chicago Blackhawks, and then Dylan Strome, he made it 2-1. And it's the Blackhawks with the lead through 40 tonight in the desert. Set for period number 3 tonight, Coyotes and Blackhawks. And don't forget, if the Coyotes score in this third period of play, you score 3 free crunchy beef tacos with the purchase of any large drink. Redeemable tomorrow between 4 and 6 p.m. at participating Arizona Taco Bell locations, drive-through only. Let's see if the Coyotes can bounce back here. They trail 2-1 as this one will be stripped away by Taylor Hall. And the Coyotes will bring it back through center ice as they dump one deep. On it is Duncan Keith for Chicago. Coyotes need to get their offense engaged here in period number 3. Out of the corner for Taylor Hall. Back to the front. Dvorak with a shot. Rebound, they score! And it's Clayton Keller on the doorstep, and he's able to tie the game at 2. Boy, Clayton Keller out of the corner, making a beeline to the front of the net, and a backhander beats Corey Crawford. Dvorak and Hall will get the assist, and that comes early at the 2:05 mark. And what a job that time by Clayton Keller to get the score tie. So the Coyotes get the goal, and you get those crunchy beef tacos. So the Coyotes now tied with the Blackhawks 2-2 as this one is dumped in. Played out of the corner by Goligoski, and now Connor Garland will headman back to center. Coyotes moving it along, over the line. Hall with a shot, a stop by Crawford, and it's covered up by the Blackhawks goaltender before he gives way, and the Blackhawks will get it through center. But that's picked. And Oliver Ekman-Larsson with it. Little drop. Now Ekman-Larsson gets it back, shot, rebound, they score! Who's in front? Taylor Hall! He picks up the junk, and Hall has given the Coyotes a 3-2 lead here in the third. Goal scorers know how to sniff out loose pucks, and that's exactly what Taylor Hall did. Cut to the front of the net, was able to elude Duncan Keith, and Taylor Hall puts it into the back of the net. 3-2 Coyotes. Oliver Ekman-Larsson and Alex Goligoski will get the assist. 2 goals, a minute 50 apart. The Coyotes have the lead again. Hayden with a bid, and that is handled by Corey Crawford. Well, Connor Murphy's got to be wondering what's happened. So does Corey Crawford. Blackhawks had this game in hand back in the second period, getting the lead, but now the Coyotes with 2 goals in a minute 50 to wrestle it right back. And now Osterley to the front, Kessel with a shot, glove save, Crawford, he'll hold on. As Phil Kessel that time with a grade A look. Phil's got that quick snap release, and he almost got one by Crawford there. Hayton against Ryan Carpenter here on the faceoff. Coyotes win it, and a shot that time, Osterley, and a rebound, it's cleared away, and the Blackhawks will bring it back 3-on-2. They bring it in. Little curl-up move here, and a shot by Saad is handled by Kemper. Loose puck in front. Kane is on it. A rebound covered by Kemper. In the crease, and he gets a face-off. Darcy Kuemper, terrific in that sequence. Tracking pucks all the way to get a face-off to the right of the Coyotes' goal. Stepan and Doc. And it's played away, and Nick Schmaltz will skate it out back to center here for Clayton Keller. Keller's wrister stopped, and a rebound. That time Stepan just a little bit late getting to the puck. Blackhawks will bring it back. Here they come. Over the line. DeBrincat couldn't advance it. Turn the other way. Stepan back to the Chicago blue line. Derek Stepan with a shot. Pad save Crawford. Right to the front. Another save Crawford. Robbing Taylor Hall. And it'll be brought out and back through center ice. Blackhawks into the offensive third. They're trying to get this game tied. Connor Murphy behind the net. And now Murphy a little drop. Comes in front. Rebound in front, and they can't get it past goaltender Darcy Kuemper. Played right back. Over the line for Schmaltz. Trying to get around. Keller cuts in behind the net. Now to the line. Coyotes trying to spread it out. Stepan. Back to the line. A little shot through the crease. Nobody there. I don't think Nick Schmaltz ever saw that puck. As the Blackhawks look to engage through the neutral zone. Delayed offside on the play. Handled by Highmore. He gets it back over the line for Doc. This one's turned the other way. And now the Coyotes will get it across center ice. Here they come. Played back in. Krause drops it. Hinostroza up high. Crawford, he makes the save. Vinny Hinostroza. Another good look. Don't forget it was Vinny that opened the scoring way back in the opening period at 15-17. Well, Camp here on the faceoff for Chicago. And the Coyotes win control. Lyubushkin into the corner. Now back out high for Ilya. He'll send one around the boards. Lawson Krause is on it. Well, this one comes right in front. Crawford got a piece, but he moves the puck along. And the Blackhawks will bring it in. Highmore. Little curl-up move there. Highmore trying to get it to the front. They score! That's David Camp, and he's tied the game at 3. And that goal coming at the 13-10 mark. Set up by Highmore. Adam Boquist, the young defenseman, will also get an assist, but a nice, clever play by Highmore along the left wing boards to set it up in front for Camp. And we are tied here in the third period. Oh, Camp that time beating Darcy Kuemper stick side. And the Blackhawks roaring back here to get this game knotted at 3. So Hayton here on the draw against Ryan Carpenter, the former San Jose Shark. And the Coyotes will control. Aaron Ness. Now, ebbs and flows in hockey games. The way the momentum can switch around. Here's a chance. Kessel trying to take it to the net. And that's broken up. Blackhawks definitely have the momentum right now after that goal by Camp. They get it back to the line, but a strip here, and the Coyotes bring it in. Phil Kessel, a little pull-up move. To the front, a shot, and that's handled. Getting a piece was Crawford. Into the corner now. Hayton will get it back to the line. Here's a chance. Ness with a shot, and a stop by Crawford. Great goaltending at both ends here tonight. Coyotes, Blackhawks, Kuemper, and Crawford. As Dvorak and Taves settle in for a face-off here. Boy, whenever these two teams get together, the games are intense. They're a lot of fun. Always a lot of Chicago fans in the building. Jonathan Taves will play it into the corner. And now Taves looking to set it up. That's denied. Coyotes will bring it right back. Little drop here. Connor Garland. Now Garland out of the corner. Back to the front. And this one is taken away. And the Blackhawks bring it in. Drake Caggiula with a shot and a stop by Darcy Kuemper. 2:43 to go in the third period tonight. And the Coyotes and Blackhawks tied at 3. Taves and Dvorak here. Face-off controlled. Kubalik gets it back out high. Boquist. And now Adam Boquist with a shot, and that was blocked in front. Coyotes will get it out as they bring it right back in. Taylor Hall, little drop. Dvorak with a shot and getting enough was Darcy Kemper. So 1:37 remaining in regulation. And the face-off in the Chicago end. Richardson against Carpenter. We've seen a lot of this matchup here tonight. Taken away by Lawson. Krause tried to work it to the front. Turn the other way. Blackhawks will bring it out. Here they come. Saad's got it. Little drop. A shot up high by Kane. And the Blackhawks come close. Patrick Kane out of the corner. Now down low, spinning with a 45 to go. Point-blank save, Kemper. Blackhawks worked one right in front. Big battle for it along the boards. Comes back out high, a big hit there. As it'll be played right back. Richardson. He's all over Brandon Saad. Puck has moved along. And now handling it is Boquist. Comes back through center. 20 to go in regulation. Will somebody get a late one here to win this one in regulation? Comes right back. Hayton. Little drop. And now Soderberg. To the front. Back out high. Ekman Larsson. And a shot by Kessel is blocked away. This one steered wide. Soderberg into the corner. Boquist will take it away. And we are headed to overtime here tonight at Gila River Arena. So there you go. The Coyotes with 2 huge goals to take the lead. Keller and Hall. But then the Camp goal late. And that's why we're headed to overtime. 3-3 back with the extra frame and free hockey after this.
Phil Kessel to the middle. Across it goes. They score! Clayton Keller.
Kemper. Stop by Kemper. Coyotes win.
A beautiful day outside in the desert today, and oh, how beautiful would it be if the Coyotes can get 2 points and get past the Chicago Blackhawks here tonight. Kessel and step out of the 2 forwards as we go 3-on-3 in the overtime. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, the other Coyote out there. And the Blackhawks will bring it in. They got their big guns out there. Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves, and also the defenseman Duncan Keith. Coyotes will take it away. Ekman-Larsson brings it in. Now Ekman-Larsson, a little drop there, and a stop by Crawford on a bid by Derek Stepan. And back comes Chicago. Patrick Kane into the corner. Stepan trying to take it away. Kane is on it. He's all tied up by Ekman-Larsson. Coyotes will break back. And maybe a 2-on-1. Stepan, he's got Kessel going to the net, but it's handled that time by Crawford. Oh, a 2-on-1 developing, and the Coyotes cannot convert. Brought right back in by Kane. And the Coyotes will pick that one off. Ekman-Larsson still out there for the Coyotes, as is Kessel. And now Ekman-Larsson into the corner. He was sized up that time by Connor Murphy, and it'll be brought along. Blackhawks bring it in. Dylan Strome. To Murphy, a shot, and that goes wide. Well, 2 former Coyotes in Strome and Murphy for the Blackhawks. Played right back in. Schmaltz, drop pass, and Hall is robbed by Corey Crawford. Brought back along. Dylan Strome has it again, trying to cut to the middle. Murphy couldn't handle it. Down on the ice that time, Nick Schmaltz, but he'll get right back up to join the rush. Coyotes hurry it through center. Played back and over the line. Little drop, a shot. It's down under the pads of Crawford. And he's able to come up with it to get a face-off. Oh, that was close. And again, Taylor Hall wasting no time in that slot. Getting a great look. Might not have gotten all of it. But again, Corey Crawford had to be sharp. So Dvorak here against Kirby Dach. And the Coyotes win this one. To the front, a stop. Goligoski robbed by Crawford. Alex Goligoski that time just reading the play and sifting to the front of the Chicago crease. Keller, Dvorak, and Goligoski staying out there now for the Coyotes in overtime with 1:08 remaining. 3-3 the score. Coyotes got 2 to go ahead in the third, and then the Blackhawks tied it late. And a shot up high, taken that time, is handled by Kemper. A real good look by Kirby Dach there for Chicago. Under a minute remaining here in overtime as it's played along. Dvorak. Dvorak in behind the net. He's all sides. So we might get a penalty here. It looks like a penalty coming up here. It's going to be a hooking minor. And so the Coyotes are going to go to the power play. Alex Nylander, who had a goal earlier in the game, is going to go for the hook. That means a Sun West Credit Union power play, a rare power play in overtime. So they add a player on the ice. It's a 4-on-3 power play for the Coyotes with less than a minute to go in OT. Puck goes all the way back. Coyotes trying to get the puck up the ice quickly. Dvorak's got it. Now Dvorak trying to cut to the middle, but he was denied by Boquist. Puck is off the glass and all the way down. So Chicago clearing it out, and Taylor Hall will pick it up. 20 to go in overtime. Rink wide. Now Dvorak, little drop. Ekman-Larsson pad save by Corey Crawford, and it's cleared away and all the way back down. Coyotes are going to have to hurry here. They move it along. 5 to go in the overtime. Schmaltz, and he gets a shot away. Pad save Crawford. So the Coyotes with plenty of opportunities in the overtime. Taylor Hall, Derek Stepan, Alex Goligoski in front as well. And guess what? We're headed to the shootout. The Coyotes and the Chicago Blackhawks. Darcy Kemper was terrific all night, and the first shooter for Chicago is going to be superstar Jonathan Toews. Comes in wide, tried to go between the pads, and Kemper seals it off. He might have tried to go between the legs as well that time, but Jonathan Toews is denied. So the Coyotes' first shooter will be Taylor Hall, and he goes wide to the right wing side. Hall, backhander, and he beats Crawford. A shootout goal, Taylor Hall. And a thing of beauty. A backhand beauty. And Hall has given the Coyotes a 1-0 lead in the shootout. Oh, Taylor Hall getting elevation on that shot. Crawford had no chance. But it doesn't get any easier for the Coyotes because the next shooter for Chicago, Patrick Kane, a magician with the puck. Let's see what Kane has in his bag of tricks. Comes in, slows up, tried to maybe go between the legs that time it looked like. Yeah, right there, Kane pulling out a little bit of trickery there, if you will. And Kemper had none of it. Nick Schmaltz now the next shooter, and he's stopped by Crawford. So Nick Schmaltz does not convert. 1-0 Coyotes in the shootout. And that means that it comes down to Alex DeBrincat. He's got to score or it's over. DeBrincat is in. He's stopped by Kemper. Game over. Coyotes win it. And they are off the bench to congratulate their goaltender, Darcy Kemper. The Coyotes, they win it 4-3. They score 4, and that means $4 All-American burgers tomorrow between 11 and 5 with a purchase of a regular priced menu item at all participating cold beers and cheeseburger locations. Don't forget, curbside pickup only. As DeBrincat is stopped by Kemper, and that's how the game ends. The Coyotes salute their fans, and they will move on with a big 4-3 shootout victory over the Chicago Blackhawks. Hinostroza, Keller, Hall, and then in the shootout, Taylor Hall again. Coyotes win at 4-3. Thanks for watching. Stick around. The postgame show is next. And be safe, everyone. And welcome to tonight's Coyotes postgame show presented by Mountain America Credit Union. A thrilling 4-3 win for the Coyotes in the shootout over the Chicago Blackhawks. And back with Tyson Nash. Tyson, early on, the Coyotes, they were on pucks. They were getting pucks to the net. And they got that big first period lift by Vinny Hinostroza.
And we talked about it, Matt. The Coyotes played that first period to a T. It was absolutely textbook Rick Tocchet type of hockey. Getting that puck up the ice, establishing that early forecheck, hounding pucks, and forcing, obviously, the Hawks into some, unfortunate turnovers for them. And they capitalized, up 1-0 after one.
Now, the game changed in the second period. The Blackhawks were able to get the lead, but then the Coyotes battled back in the third period of play. How did they get it done?
Yeah, I love the resiliency of this Coyotes group. They're up 1-0 after one, feeling really good about themselves. All of a sudden, the Hawks, they take the crowd out of it. 2 unanswered goals. Now, all of a sudden, they're leading going into the third period. Did not phase the Coyotes one bit. Their big boys came out, got it done. They stuck with the game plan, and all of a sudden, 3-2 late in that game, Matty. You loved every bit of it. And again, the crowd back into the hockey game.
And 2 other points too, Tyson. Third period, both goals from key players, Clayton Keller, Taylor Hall, they both get it done. And defensively, I mean, Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, guys like Brandon Saad, and the youngster Dominic Kubalik, they had no looks pretty much the entire night.
No, they certainly didn't. I guess the one thing I would say that I didn't like about this game is the Coyotes obviously gave up that 3-2 lead. Chicago ends up tying the game, taking it into overtime, but it was the Coyotes' big boys, as you mentioned, Matty. Taylor Hall, they needed a big night out of him. He had 2 points. Clayton Keller continues to stay hot. He's got 2 points, and now I think 10 points in his last 10 games against the Hawks. But I'll tell you what, they got the fans in Gila River Arena here tonight. They got every bit of their money's worth in this one tonight, going into overtime and the shootout. All
right, it's great to welcome in the third member of our broadcast team. He is Paul Bissonette, and he's got tonight's post-game interview with Darcy Kemper. That interview sponsored by Gila River Hotels and Casinos. Paul?
Big thanks to Matt and Tyson. I'm here with Darcy Kemper. Gets the win tonight in a 4-3 shootout victory, stopping some big boys in that shootout. You guys are now 4 in a row in the win column. How do you guys feel?
Yeah, it's just we're on a great roll right now. It's big time in the season, this playoff push, and to be right in the mix and on a streak like this feels great.
I got to ask you, you stopped Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews in the shootout. Those are 2 of the best in the league. What's it like when those guys are coming down on you?
Yeah, they're super skilled guys. So you just you try to stay patient, and when you're getting the goal support from your guys shooting on the other end, it feels good, and you just want to do your part. And fortunately, I was able to make the saves.
I got to ask you, I'm not a shootout guy specifically, but when Jonathan Toews and Kane are coming down and they switch up the speed on you, Kaner does it quite a bit where he hits the brakes about the hash marks. Does that mess with you as a goalie?
When guys first started doing that, it was a little bit harder, but now you see it quite a bit. So you just try to, slow down with them or pick up your speed and keep the same tempo they got. So, you just try to match their speed and make them make the first move.
Let's go back to last season. Of course, a great second half. You brought it into the beginning of this season. I hate to bring it up. You got injured, of course, in that Minnesota Wild game. What's it like been as far as a mental grind and a physical grind getting back to where you were for that year stretch there?
Yeah, it was tough watching, and a couple setbacks in there. It felt like I would never be healthy again. It was a long stretch, but I was in good hands with our strength and athletic staff, so I was able to get back to 100%, and it felt great being back on the ice again.
Yeah, you missed 28 games, and you had a loss in your return, but only allowed 2 goals against Florida on February 25th. Going back to getting back into the swing of things, of course, a lot of help from Corey Schwab, who I'd imagine helped you when you first got here, getting and finding your game, and even going back to LA with Bill Ranford. Just talk about those 2 guys specifically and how much they've helped you to get to where you are.
Yeah, both of them are great goalie coaches, and they've done a great job of, messaging to me what my strengths are and the keys to my game that I need to have to be successful. And those kind of give me thinking points going into every game and gives you kind of a base to build off of. And if I keep focusing on those key things, I feel pretty confident, and I think it really helps with my consistency night in, night out.
Going back to last season, I believe before you started that very hot stretch, Tocchet made a comment about you being maybe a little bit scrambling in your net, and then you had about a week to work with Corey Schwab specifically, and all of a sudden you came back and you turned into a Vezina type goalie. What was done in that week amount of time, or the week stretch, excuse me, and just to settle down your game and get to where you are.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time watching film and going through the games that had gone really well, and then some games that hadn't, and kind of compared and looked for things that I was doing in certain games and not in others. And the big thing was keeping my feet set when I was making saves. If I was trying to be too aggressive or working almost too hard, I was kind of moving around too much, and then I didn't have the stability and the control that is a key to my game when I'm playing well. So we really focused on that, and then we took it into practice and worked on it on the ice, and then it translated into games.
Here's a quick tire pump. I actually got some notes here from Heater. So you have a 2.17 goals against average, which was second in the league, and a 929 save percentage, also second in the league. And before that game against Minnesota, you actually had a goals against average that was below 2, which is remarkable for this day and age in your first 24 games of the season. Do you take a look at that as a goaltender, or do you try to just focus on playing and let the numbers take care of themselves?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really look at it too much. You're kind of aware of it, but you worry about the process and the keys to your game, and those kind of take care of themselves, like you said. And a lot of those numbers are a big part of my team, the way we play. Guys are really committed to defending, and as a goalie, that helps big time. And I just try to do my part and stop as many pucks as I can.
As far as a team aspect, how do you feel that the guys are playing, and what's that locker room like? Because I sense just a lot of team bonding, a lot of guys that are really getting along and working towards a common goal.
Yeah, we're really close knit. I mentioned earlier, about how much time we spend together on the plane and stuff like that. The laughs we have in the locker room, and how close we are. And that translates onto the ice. When we're at our best, it's, when everyone's contributing, we're not relying on one line or one guy. It's, 20 man effort. And, that's what we need to be successful. We don't have some of the high end guys that other teams have, but, we can beat teams with our depth. And that's what we're doing when we're at our best.
Love it. Well, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on the 4-3 shootout win. And I'm going to send it back to Matt and Tyson. So good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks a lot, Biz.
All right, Paul, thanks. And thanks to goaltender Darcy Kuemper. Tyson, a great win in the desert, sold-out crowd at Gila River Arena. And the Coyotes continue to have confidence. They've been very good as of late.
No, they certainly have. And how about Darcy Kuemper? I'll tell you what, you love to see goals, but you love to see big saves at big moments. And Darcy Kuemper certainly got the job done here tonight. We talked about him having to outplay Corey Crawford. He certainly did at the end of this game in overtime in that shootout when it mattered the most.
All right, so the Coyotes win it in the shootout. The lone goal in the shootout, Taylor Hall. They win it 4-3 over the Chicago Blackhawks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time